But tonight, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants.
Eric,
What's up, dude?
it's NBA Finals time.
It's NBA Finals time. Cavs in 5. It's tied, right? No, wait. J.R. Smith just hit a 3 at halftime. What's up, beer tubers? It's Eric and John back at you with yet another beer review, yet another sports beer review. We disagree on sports like
A lot.
oil and water. But we don't disagree on beer generally.
Generally not.
But today, I guess per Nicholas, this is a hookup from him, and or my knowledge, a hookup for you, really, at the end of the day. Actually, probably every party involved here. This is Uncle Jacobs. This is from Avery Brewing Company. This is from their Cellar series. This, I never knew hit distro, man. I knew Tweak did.
It sneaked into distro.
Yeah, like a lot of it. And it's just sitting, and probably still sitting.
At random places,
Anyways, this is a Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels, clocking in at 16.9% alcohol by volume. Rich's World Beer Tour just reviewed this for his 300th video.
Oh, good.
Giving it a
Congratulations,
solid,
Rich.
Yeah, definitely, man. Giving it a solid 100 out of 100 or 10 out of 10 on his scale.
I tend to agree with Rich a lot.
Yeah, Rich has got a good palate, man. He's a wise soul. So we're gonna go ahead and get the pour on this one. You know, this is a beer that I guess they said they have been brewing and or conceptualizing since the beginning of their brewery. Take that for what you will. Side of the bottle gives you a better story. Something along the lines of 203 years before we began brewing, blah, 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 blah. This beer does spend 6 months in the finest of bourbon barrels.
The finest.
See where I got that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, flaked oats. So is it an oatmeal imperial stout, and hops and yeast. Anyways, this one pours out for 17%. Pretty viscous.
Pretty dense. Pretty decent.
Pretty dense, pretty viscous, pretty opaque.
Before we should begin, though, we should note the price point on these is like $12.
$12.50 with tax, $13.50.
And so, if this is a good beer, then you should probably go buy it because it'll be hanging around. Because experimenters won't be buying a 12-ounce bottle of beer.
They sure won't. No, good call. Bringing up the price. That's a good deal because this isn't just like your average $3.
This is not a go-get-it kind of like Saturday.
Oh, look at that. Look at that in the glass, man. Big old like mocha khaki lacing.
Alcohol legs for days.
Alcohol legs. Like we're in wine country like you just were.
It was rough.
Bringing back some goodies for us to share. Yeah. Looks incredible. Looks opaque. Looks like your deepest espresso just kind of trudging upon the glassware.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and dive into the nose. So this is where I didn't like the beer when I had it. Well, okay, didn't like is a very strong exaggeration. So I got like this like graham crackery, marshmallowy, like coconut bomb. But then I was met with this tannic char sour almost. Not like it's infected sour, but like this, like almost wine-like barrel.
I think that you're getting, like some heavy kind of tannic action.
Like massively tannic. Like borderline infected.
Mixed in with, I would say that graham crackiness is probably the oatmeal flake right there.
Totes. Good read on that.
And then
there's chocolate, there's espresso, there's
it's like a lighter, dark
brownie
chocolate.
batter. Some of that Central Water 16 action going on in here.
Yeah, except I would say Central Water 16 is a lot more dominant in these notes than this is.
Totes. This is all over the place.
Compared to Tweak,
yeah,
which we'll be drawing a lot of comparisons.
Brew Photo was inquiring whether we like this more or like Tweak more.
Tweak's nose is like Black Tuesday strong. Like it jumps out of the glass, slaps you in the face a little bit. It lets you know where it came from.
Well, this kind of does too. I mean, this is definitely not rearing on the other side of 10%.
Right, but the alcohol is significantly down.
Tamed down. Yeah, I'll agree. Nose, I would say, is in that A range, B plus range.
Yeah, sure. High, like an 89, 91.
Yeah.
Maybe like an...
But it teeters. It teeters so quickly on going from 91 to like world class. You take out that tannic note, it just... The nose is beautiful.
The graham cracker kind of gets in the way a little.
It smells good. Mm-hmm. Let's taste it. Cheers. We're drinking this a little cold, to be fair. Probably in the 45 range. Wow.
Which is a little scary because
There's zero booze.
You're wrong as hell.
You get all booze?
It's
Hold
so
on.
boozy.
Hold on. Another sip.
The booze runs all the way along the sides of your mouth.
Okay, so I swallowed it, to be fair, extremely quickly. We've been drinking double IPAs all night.
And so the fact that this is so cold, it runs really hot.
Right down the sides of the tongue, into the loins of your tongue, if you will. Fuck. That's harsh. That's a hangover in the morning. Just off of one sip.
I would call this severely young.
Yeah.
You gotta round off some of those sharp edges, in my opinion.
I mean, 6 months in barrels, and you're developing this kind of character.
Also,
why not let it maturate for a
heavy
year?
tannins on there, super heavy tannins. Now you don't get the infection like Eric said.
See, I get the nose, the tannins more in the nose than I do the flavor.
I get that, like when you chew on a toothpick for too long, kind of like woodiness.
See, when I really I let it sit on the palate, I fully taste it, I kind of like suck on it, chew on it a little bit. I get those massive toasted coconut notes from the barrel. I get this like charred creme brulee.
I would be willing to bet that this was
marshmallow.
A heavy char on the
Heaven
barrel.
Hills barrel, most likely.
Yeah, because normally a lot of barrel-aged beers, you'll see chocolate dominant.
Right.
This is coconut forward almost.
Yeah, this is Firestone Walker-esque. Lot of chocolate, lot of deep espresso notes, slight roastiness.
That heavy char adding a little bit of bitterness there.
Yeah, and the bitterness and the tannic qualities are there. I will give you that. I'm kind of scared to drink this. Rest of yours.
This is a doozy.
See, I told you when you're like, oh yeah, the Uncle Jacobs. Oh man, I had to know. I think I like Tweak more.
Tweak was better. I'm a little mystified as to why. If these are identical beers, I would love to know what the differences were. Obviously, there's the coffee, but that was a lot smoother. That felt a lot closer to being ready than this does.
This feels like a young Black Tuesday.
Like a really young Black Tuesday.
Like a 1035 FG. 1040 FG even, maybe even 1050. Fuck, it's approaching like Dark Lord sweetness. It's super sweet. If you're not into sweet beers, this is definitely not one to approach. If you're not into beers that are volatile, is a good word for it. This is harsh. This is tough to drink.
If you have some issues with Fusel kind of beers,
right? See, here's the thing. It's not Fusel, but it's like. It's on the cusp of being Fusel without actually like being straight up like liqueur booziness.
You don't exhale the hotness. You mainly feel it on the sides of the tongue.
Yeah. What do you think?
And a little bit on the back of the palate.
God, this shit gets rated super high.
You know, I'm gonna go lower than Tweak for sure. I'm gonna say we were talking about this. I said 18 months, 2 years.
I'm thinking
bet
3.
You ultra stellar. I bet you that'll be.
Well, you got 3 more, so let them sit. Every wedding anniversary would be a good time to break up. We're both getting married this year, so we'll be doing some wedding, pre-wedding beer reviews and verticals and horizontals and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that.
I've parked this in the.
So I'm probably gonna go lower than you are. Here's the thing: it's a barrel-aged imperial stout, clocking in at 17% alcohol by volume.
Which is kind of Avery's way. Like, if you're familiar with, like, The Beast,
Toads. But still well done in regards to everything else on the market.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't buy The Beast and have it right away. Unless you want to, unless you want to replace your teeth tomorrow. And
that's not to say that this is to be justified as a sweet, boozy beer. This should be rated higher, because... Everyone else has
definitely sit this down for a while, stick it in the back of your cellar, let it mellow, discover it on accident, and be happy you did that.
Yeah, we're keeping this a while. This is a perplexing beer.
I'm
going lower than you are, guaranteed.
Well, I'm going to say 91.
Ooh, I was going 89.
Yeah, I figured you were. I think it's an A-level beer with flaws. that will get better over time.
Yeah, no, I mean in a year, 2 years, 3 years, if we dive into these, I think this score will exponentially increase.
For
up to
comparison,
possibly a perfect
we were
rating.
talking about Saturn and how we would love to have that in another year.
Right.
That was immensely more complete than this is right now.
Right,
You can taste all the parts. They're just not
That's
melded
no
well.
discredit to Rich's perfect review at all. Like, to each their own palate, to each their own drinkability. That's taking away nothing from this beer or anybody else's ratings who rate this. So I think Beer Geek Nation gave this a really high rating too. We see it different. We drink it different, and I think that's
it's a little too tannic for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna round that off. I wanna get the booze more integrated.
So what if you dropped it to 12.9? Do you think it'd drink perfect?
I'm confused as to how boozy they got this in 6 months. We've had lots of 6-month barrel-aged beers.
Hey, even my beer
They tend to be
was less boozy than that.
They tend to be a lot on the weaker side. Clown chews. We've reviewed a lot of barrel-aged clown chews. Those taste rough and
but not as rough.
Under attenuated though. Like barrel character, really low.
Right.
The barrel on this screams a little too much for me.
So yeah, the barrel's dominant, but the booze is dominant as well. It needs time. End of story, guys. Keep tuning in. We'll keep bringing you beer reviews.
Yeah, you guys had this? Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, are we way out of, Monsters? What is it? What's that Boston Red Sox park that's in Fallout 4? Fallout 4, by the way.
Fenway?
Yeah, Fenway. Are we way out of Fenway? Christ, somebody's had too much goddamn Uncle Jacobs.
That's you.
Back to the Cavs game. Cheers.
Go Orioles.